in their fishtails, like the fishtail things. You know, it's every crew, every place in the world will have their own specific vocabulary for what hooks are, what slings are, what fishtails are, and other different things. But right now, we're going to change it a little bit to be a bigger concept to work with, and not any specific kind of move. So what we're going to do now is we're going to say that any time that you are hooking your foot, hooking the bottom part of your leg, your shins, we're going to say that this is a hook. We're going to say that this is a hook. I'm hooking my shin, that's a hook. Hooking my shin, that's a hook. And then we're going to say that for some people, even the back, hooking my shin, that's a hook. We can call that a hook too. Yeah, and some people do, like in Northern Europe, for example, when you hear b-boys like Intact and like Uzi Rock and stuff talking about hooks. When they're talking about hooks, Top 9 Robin, for them this is also a hook. So anything on your shin will be the hook. And we can call slings anything that's over the shins. Like we can call this a sling hook, sling. For some people, this will just be two hooks, a lower hook and a higher hook, right? But we can call this a sling just to think about it differently. About this is a hook and that's a sling. So if I do something like that, hook or sling?
Hook.
I love when sling.
Sling.
It's up here, man.
Sling.
It's a sling.
Sling.
This one's the hook. Or if I do this, then it's a knee drop. But a knee drop is a hook that you're using to drop. Okay? So we can change the vocabulary and think about these moves in different ways. So when you have your hooks and your slings, if you have hooks on the shins and slings on the thighs, then you can think about all the different things you can do with hooks and slings. Like right now, I'm hooked on the front of my shin. What can I do from here? What can I do from here? Do something.
Okay.
Or tell me something.
You could switch to sling.
Switch to sling.
And then come up behind, like do a sling behind it.
Come up behind?
Yeah, and then
Like?
and then like come up behind your knee.
Huh?
Or no, like hook your ankle into your knee a little higher, like, and then come back down into another hook, like bring that foot down.
Like, maybe. So, anyway, we can talk about not just what you do with this is a hook and this is a sling, but what do you do with the body? How do you change your directions? How do you touch different body parts to the floor or turn to different angles? Like right now, if I'm hooking here, maybe I turn that way. And some people might call it some kind of hook CC thing that you're doing, some kind of hook kick that you're doing, right? Or I can hop over here and I can travel with it. Travel, travel, right? That's all different things that I'm doing with the front hook here, right? Maybe I'm doing a maybe I'm doing up and coming back. So just hook, open, come back. Hook, open, come back. Stuff like that. Same thing with the sling. If you can hook open, you can sling open, for example, right? If you can travel with the hook, you can travel with the sling. Like maybe right here, and back, and back. Sling, sling, sling.
That's pretty
You might
nice.
have my feet down, some kind of sling CC, or if you have your Russian taps that are like this, your CC that's like this. Sling, CC, sling, CC. You have baby freeze, maybe. Baby freeze, right? How about you sling, baby freeze? So, when you think about the shape, that some people may call it even like if this is the sling shape, you're making a kind of triangle. Then anything you do with this shape, yalla, that's your freedom. So you can forward, back. You can do a macaco with your feet, with your legs in a sling. If you want to try it. I've never practiced it, I've never tried it, but yeah. For some people, this would actually be a figure 4 position because I'm not bent, I'm straight. So that's just how people around the world talk about the moves. But thinking about it, I think it's very helpful to just think about it like hook is down, sling is up. So all the different things you can think of doing with hook, all the different things you can think of doing with sling, and they translate to each other. Pretty much anything you can do slinged, you can do hooked. Spin, kick. And they know exactly what you're talking about because you have the different vocabularies for each move. If I started to tell her, like, you hook your front, you hook your back, you hook your up, down, then it's like, wait, what's exactly going on, right? Too many things to work with. So if you're used to talking about it, like first you sling, and then you CC, and then you make a sling CC. And then everyone's like, oh, everyone you're talking to in your country, in your city, in your crew, it's like, oh, that's a sling CC. They already understand what's going on, how to break it down, how to play with it. Maybe it's like, oh, I'm gonna try variation. Let me sling CC, but with my hands in the Spider-Man. Or, you know, or let me do sling, baby freeze CCs. Or whatever. So that's just like, changing the vocabulary helps you with your creativity. So however ways that like you've been talking about, you've been learning what Storm does with hooks and slings. You've been learning what Crumbs does with hooks and slings. So then you change your vocabulary and you think about what other people do with their hooks and slings. And that's how you get more and more combinations of hooks and slings.